Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today through this video, I'd like to introduce you to someone who has dedicated a big share of his life for preserving and showcasing the local life of Goa to the world in its purest form. If you had watched my previous video, you'd still be remembering this Festival Man of Goa I had talked about at the end of the video. In this episode, I'll be telling you more about this Divar and his selfless efforts in showcasing the ethnographic spheres of Goa to the rest of the world. Meet Mr. Marius Fernandes, a native of Divar Island in Goa. He is very well known everywhere as Goencho Festakar, which in Konkani means the Festival Man of Goa, for his blockbuster festivals across Goa, where there's no plastic, no prizes, no alcohol, no sponsors or chief guests, and no competition. Goa and the relaxed way of life there have always fascinated me. Like everyone else, I'd go through articles, documentaries, or just anything which is related to the past, present, and future of Goa. A series of such social media posts which showcase the rich culture and heritage of Goa caught my attention. That's how I got to know this gem of a person. We took a ferry from Old Goa Ferry Point to Divar Island, the exact place where Mr. Marius' story begins. The story begins with a crazy flashback where Mr. Marius' grandpa, Mr. M.X. Fernandes, gets on a sailboat back in early 1900s where he falls asleep. By the time he was awake, the boat had already set on its sail to Mombasa, which was then a Portuguese colony in Africa. I'll pause telling the story here so that Mr. Marius can tell the rest of the story as we meet. For the time being, we'll have a look at Mondovi River and enjoy the landscape. The best part of Divar Island is the serene environment there. There are no bridges which connect the island to the rest of Goa, and ferry service is the only means of transport to and fro the island. For the same reason, there are no heavy vehicles or large-scale mechanized construction on the island. Hence, this part of Goa is still very much Goa. Unlike rest of Goa, where heritage and culture is fighting a losing battle with modernization, Divar is very much the same it was centuries ago. Like every Divarkar say, time is ticking and we never know when the officials would start building bridges to the island and ruin its ethnographic heritage. It was a real pain seeing articles like these in newspapers. I don't know if projects like these would benefit the people of Divar, but I'm sure it's gonna destroy the livelihood of the island dwellers and their rich cultural heritage. In Divar, one need not go out to buy groceries. The market comes to you. Early morning, the milkman would come to deliver milk, and then come the old aunties selling vegetables and fishes, and by evening, the porter would come to sell bread. That's how beautiful the life here is. Advent of a bridge would eventually get the whole island commercialized, and a time would come when even the local island dweller would find it hard to keep up with the increasing living expenses. Shopping malls and supermarkets, retail chains would sprout up, wiping out all the small traders and their livelihood. Maybe building bridges would connect Divar with the rest of Goa, and it might be of great help at times of medical emergencies. But it'll all be at the expense of the peace of the island dwellers. After nearly 5 minutes of ferry sail, we finally reached Divar Island. We are now on our way to Sao Matias to reach Mr. Marius' residence cum Gumot Museum. Mr. Marius has converted a part of his house to a wonderful museum showcasing wonderful Goan artifacts and various forms of Gumot. Majority of the items displayed here were made by artists during the various workshops and festivals he curated.
So, welcome Ashwin Ramesh, and your name is?
Attained.
And your name?
Vaishnav.
Yeah, this is a village called Sao Matias. The name of the village is on Divar Island. So welcome. So this is basically my space. I've created this space. And in Konkani, festivals means Festakar, festivals. And Gumot is this instrument here. Yeah, Gumot. It's a mud instrument. So this is called Festakar Festival and Gumot Museum. So if you see on top, you will see many Gumots. Yeah. So this is the most Gumots in the world. And this is the largest Gumot in the world. Okay, bye. So anyway, the story is, I was born in Kenya, and then my grandfather left from this house here in 1887 to go to Kenya. But in those days, no passports.
Yeah. Actually, Mombasa was a colony, right? Portuguese colony.
Yes. So what happened was they just got a boat in Old Goa. The ferry you crossed. There was one boat. At night, he just slept on that boat and it left. The boat left. He was 13 years old.
Okay.
And boat arrived 1 month or 2 months later in Mombasa.
Okay.
It could have been anywhere in the world, but anyway, he arrives there. And in Africa, those days, there were no houses. People used to live on trees because of the wildlife.
Yeah.
So from 13 years old to 19 years old, here they don't know what happened. Disappeared.
Okay.
He comes back at 19 here somehow from Mombasa to Porbandar to Bombay. We don't know how he arrives here. And then he marries my granny.
Okay.
My granny is 14 years old and he's 19.
Okay.
And he told her, I found a new world.
Oh.
So then they go back to Africa.
Okay.
So now they opened restaurants in the jungle. Many things happened.
Okay.
So then my dad was born there. We are all born in Kenya. And then my father decided to go to England and send us to Goa to learn our language, Konkani. So we came here to learn Konkani for 2 years. And then I was in the UK. But once I tasted the life of India, the food, the people, the culture, I could not settle down in England.
Okay.
So 25 years I was in England with the most miserable time of my life.
Okay.
Europe was miserable for me because Europe is basically fake. They don't have a history, they don't have a culture, they don't have food. Everything is from colonies.
Okay.
Yeah, and they pretend to be happy.
Yeah.
And how can anybody from India be happy in a cold weather?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, people are going from India to a freezing country and pretending to be happy.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take it. So 25th of May 2025, 25 years ago I left England.
Okay.
And I came back home.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I came back home, everybody here and in England were very sad for me. Saying, oh my God, you got such a great job. I had a great job in England working for communication. I had everything and I left everything and came. Okay. Yeah. So here people were sad because from here at that time people are going to England, America, Canada. Everybody is going everywhere to the Gulf, here, there.
Yeah.
And they couldn't understand why I came back.
Yeah.
So I come back and then I said I cannot do what other Indians are doing. I have to do something different from everybody. No point me coming home and becoming a doctor or scientist or media. I said I'm not doing any of that. I will do something different. So I came up with an idea of celebrating life.
Yeah.
So celebrating life with celebrating life. Here. We will see it later. So I'm celebrating life with no chief guest. You cannot have a chief guest. You know, any event in India, they bring a politician.
Yeah.
He makes him sit.
Yeah.
Then you have to put flowers.
Yeah.
Then you have to give garlands. So no chief guest.
Yeah.
Next, no sponsors. You cannot take other people's money and celebrate. No money allowed.
Yeah.
No alcohol.
Yeah.
Not because you and me want to drink, but old people and disabled people are not comfortable when people are drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. No prizes, no competition, no plastic. Anyway, all that is a dream. You can talk as much as you want, but you have to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to say, since that date on 25th May 2025 will be my last fest, I would have done 100 festivals in Goa.
Okay.
Yeah. And in all these years, I've never taken a single penny from anybody.
Okay.
But in return, I have saved everything in Goa. If you can see anything that is still here, it's because of our festivals.
Okay.
So this is the instrument that I've saved.
Yeah.
It's perhaps the oldest musical instrument in the world. When the world began, the first thing would have been made of mud pots, mud instruments.
After they used to make it with monitor lizard skin, right?
Yeah. So
now they don't.
No, it's because of me, that as well. So you have the mud instrument, then would have been wood, then would be metal, and then plastic and so on. So I said, how can we Indians who believe in God, everybody wants to go to heaven in India. Everybody's celebrating and praying, and oh my God, they love it. Religion is world class. But they're killing an animal, monitor lizard, and they celebrate. I mean, how can that be right? How can you kill and then put it on there? And so I gave a proposal to the government saying, no more killing if you want to celebrate life. Amazing, the government of Goa accepted my proposal and banned the killing of the monitor lizard. So now 50,000 monitor lizards are saved every year in Goa. Yeah, no killing. So we need 1 lakh instruments a year, but who's going to make it? Who's going to be trained? So that is the future. Now we have reached that stage. But not only that, jackfruits. I've got a jackfruit festival. Cashew, mango, sports festivals, then Konkani unity festivals. Molla, coconut leaves, you know, we make some, it's called molla for rainy season. That and this chairs, Radhasa. Anyway, all together we got 92 festivals. Different things, flowers, fruits. So the festivals have given thousands of people jobs. It is not just a festival. So I've got no money. We don't have money. So I go on Facebook and I put a post saying, next week I have a festival. And I just give the venue. So now if I don't have money, where will I get the venue?
People will contribute.
No, people don't want to contribute. Nobody wants to do anything. So I have to get space now. So I have to go and look for a space where nobody is going to object. So I have to go to plead to the church and temple, please give me your courtyard. Can you give me a courtyard? So some agree, so I get a courtyard free. Then I'm the venue. Then you'll ring me saying, oh, what festival are you doing? I say, oh, it's March, so we'll do cashews. Because cashews are growing in Goa. Okay, what can I do? So I ask you, what do you do? What do you actually do? I mean, you want to come? So most people think I don't do anything, you know, I don't know what to do. So then I say, can you sing? Can you dance? Can you cook? They'll say, no, but I'll give you money. I said, I don't want money. You have to come, at least collect the garbage. If you can't do anything, at least collect garbage. So then they get an idea, they're coming, so there are painters. So all these things here are made at my festival. They get 3 hours to do. So this thing has been made in 3 hours.
Oh, great.
By a young boy, Ashish from Goa, Chari. And then I put this on Facebook. And somebody in Ireland saw this, got in touch with him and taken him to Ireland last month for a 5-year contract to work in the church to build statues. So the festival is like that. You have to come and do live things. Don't do at home and come at my festival and show. You have to do it there. If you're a painter, show it so people can see you directly. So all those things that can you see are all made at our festivals. But all live. So instantly people can see. You cannot lie or tell somebody, oh, I know. You have to show. And instantly you get jobs. So we have saved almost everything in Goa. So the time has come now that I have to stop, because if I don't stop, it's never ending. Every village is calling me, come to my village, let's do it here. And I cannot run whole of Goa, all the while I'm running. I have to go here, go there, and I don't do festivals straight away. So if you want a festival in Calicut, I will come to Calicut for 2 weeks. And you don't tell me what to do. I'm going to go around and check what Calicut needs. Yeah. And then I will decide, okay, give me a space and I'm going to create a festival here. So Calicut, if I come, I will see what is the oldest instrument of Calicut. We don't want new, we're looking for the oldest things. What is the oldest food? So we would go there and find out, okay, we want to know the history of Calicut. So we are looking for 3 people to tell us the story. So one would be the oldest story of Calicut. A second person will talk about the present Calicut. And the third person will tell the future. What is going to happen, we think. Then we look for musicians. But not just guitar and that. We want originally, from there. And then we want the oldest food. But we don't want you to cook home and bring it. We are going to cook at the venue. Everything has to be cooked live. We don't want, you don't have gas, we got 3 stones. We put 3 stones and keep the pots. So that is the story. Now the main thing about all this is, no plastic is allowed. So how are we going to eat?
There are reusable materials like...
but even that will create garbage. So you bring your own plates. So you bring your own cups. So my festivals are like that. Everybody has to bring their own stuff. Don't rely on somebody to do your work. You don't say you reuse and keep garbage and somebody will have to do that work. So people bring their cups, saucers, eat, wash and take it home. So we completely garbage free.
That's a good idea.
So I mean, these are all come out of my festivals. So this is just a tip. So if you all are in Goa, please do come 25th of May 2025. The story finishes. This bit finishes. So there are calendars made in Goa. These are all my festivals every month. What type of festivals there are. See, January, February, March, April, May. So many I do. Every week I'm doing festivals. So once we finish, so now my next aim. So in 25 years, I have not earned a penny. So I'm very poor. I don't have money. So these people, you saw the lady who came, she's a doctor. So they come here, my mom is 93. So they come to give her food and meat, tea and coffee. So that is not a sad thing. The sad thing is, when I stop, I need a space because I want to carry on doing this in a museum. So I need this type of space. And in that space, I will create festivals every day.
That's great.
I can create every day. Because I have the knowledge of how to do and what to do and get people together. So that is the challenge awaiting Goan. So people are very sad I'm leaving. Because every week they knew they could come somewhere. Anybody can come. So my festivals are for people who are blind, people who got wheelchairs, people who got mental health, people who got hemophilia. So my venues are completely flat. So anybody can come. Access. So that is the things in my head. So accessible place, garbage free, which you don't get, no alcohol allowed, and no politicians. So there's no chief guests here. They can come, they all come and go. But we don't have time to give mics and talk and all that. We don't have time, I tell them. So anyway, festival is done. So now after 25th May will be the issue now. If I get a place, then permanent festivals are happening in Goa till I'm alive. In a space. So I'm hoping somebody will give a place somewhere central in Goa that I would create like an ashram, a festival ashram. So we don't want to talk about politics and we just want to do live things. Students, people can be brought. So there'll be one room at the library about all these 100 festivals. There are books people have written, films are being made and all that. We would have a canteen, small canteen where we only drink, cook and whatever, and we have a festival area. So, and there are some rooms for people to stay, but very, very minimal amount to stay. So we want people to come and go. So that is in my head. So people are sad, but I told them I'll be even more sad if I don't get a room. Don't worry about me leaving, we need to see the next step. So we are at that stage now where we are about to wind up this amazing dream that I've had in my head. Because whenever you're abroad or anywhere, you always think, oh, I wish I can do this and I wish I can do that. So I actually made it happen with no money. Which is, I have not found any Indian who can do things without money. Even a birthday party, they need money. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Even, I don't know, everything they need money first and then they will think what to do. So this story has happened without money.
Okay.
And that's why people now follow me, saying, how did this happen? A lot of investigative journalists have been following me, thinking, now where is the money coming from? But when they come there and see the idea, then they realize. So now the press is fully supported. They just wait for my next festival. Okay, Kerala, you'll have jackfruit soon, you? Okay, so I'll just give you an idea what I do at a jackfruit fest. So you got the jackfruit. So you got one which is female and which is one is called male, which is the soft and hard one. So out of jackfruit, what do you all do in Kerala?
They make chips. They make dried powder of it, and it's usually exported. Then it's eaten raw. Or when it's ripe.
So there are many things to do.
Even the seed, they use it for the next year.
So how do they use it for next year?
They bury it.
So we do that fridge. Basically, there is a fridge. That's a mud, red ends. You bring that mud and you put in the house in the corner. And you bring those seeds and you put it in there. And in the rainy season, June, July, August, when it's raining very heavy, you break the mud and take 6-7 seeds out of that and put in your curry. So that was the old fridge. So the other thing, so this is what I show at the fest, whatever you told me, the jackfruit fest. And then would be the wood. The doors and windows of Goa are all made of that. It's a yellowish color. And the most important thing I do is the jackfruit seeds. You dry the seeds, you roast them, you make powder, you put a bit of cardamom, and you have coffee. And it's caffeine free. So it is like a super coffee, but we are not knowing in India this coffee to use. So that has not been tapped. So I do it at my fest, and people love the aroma. So those are the ideas of the fest. So even the mangoes, I do it like that. Some ideas of the mangoes, or we show them how to graft the mango tree. And varieties. Goa's got 56 mangoes. And then you got the cashews. So we show them the different things you can do, but we do it live. Everything is live. It's not from a book or somebody's talking. It happens live. So the dream is coming to an end soon. So now I'm preparing for the 25th, because after that I might get totally depressed. For 25 years I've been doing non-stop. Not the same thing. Everything is completely different what I've been doing. So I'm actually dreading on the 25th, 26th, what am I going to do? So that's why the work is going on. People are coming, like meeting me, and today when I had to do 7 interviews, we're all about that. What is going to happen? After the 26th, I said, it's up to you all. You all better tell the world that I'm looking for a space. Look for a place for me. I've given 25 years service. I mean, so many rich people in India, they can surely give me a place. I don't want a house for myself. It is a festival area. So anyway, that's the story. You all can take this. So doctor who just came now, she did this. So this is the things about the festival. It tells you the land is a problem. Everywhere the land is in trouble now. Even here now, everybody's scared. Because big builders are coming. So Goa as a place has got maximum 10 years. After that it won't be a Goa. There are some places which hardly 10 families are left. Asagaon and those places in the north especially, there are no Goans. All are from Karnataka and Delhi and Bihar.
Delhi are coming and investing.
So what has happened, Goa will not exist, only by name. The food will disappear in 10 years time. There won't be any Goan food left. So there are no people to cook local food. The culture will disappear. The language is already disappearing. So there is nothing going to be left. So you all know the Zuari bridge. So from Zuari, that side will be part of Karnataka, and from this side will be part of Maharashtra. Already the airports are there. Mopa airport is part of Maharashtra, and that airport will be part of Karnataka. So 10 years maximum you've got left. That's the place of Goa. So no point in future coming to Goa to look for Goa. There won't be Goans. You will be meeting people of other religions and other parts of India, but you will not find Goa. Because I know I travel everywhere, and we see people are going because they are not comfortable with the situation at the moment. Last week there was IFI in Goa. I don't know, have you heard of IFI? Film Festival of India.
Yeah.
There are no Goans.
Okay.
So that type of thing. It happens in Goa, but there are no Goans. But they don't take them. Because the whole narrative is different now. They try and put one or two films, so one of our films was put in there. But when we went there, everybody was from everywhere. Yeah, the language is not spoken. So if you don't have your own language in a certain area, your culture is going to finish. And no Goan food. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying maximum 10 years we have. So in the 10 years I have to collect as much information, do lots of videos, films, so at least in future people will know that there was such a place. Yeah. But we are in serious trouble. Yeah. Because of the mass migration coming and migration going.
But the people who come here, they're not into society lifestyle.
No. You see, 80% of the people are coming as migrant workers. They're being brought by politicians to build. Which buildings we don't need. Infrastructure we don't need. But they're being brought because they make money. Huge buildings are being put. Everywhere. Huge bridges are being built which we don't need. So all that is the issue, and the migrants are being brought from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and once they come, they don't go back. So it's probably happening all over the world, but this being such a tiny place is getting affected. Now we are like on an island. Here there's another issue. They want to build a bridge. So it's not us, the politician will decide when the bridge comes. So what happens once the bridge comes?
Plenty of people will come.
There will
be chaos.
Total chaos. So that's what I'm saying. Another 5 years we have here. This lifestyle. Then it will be all over. So situation is, I live in England. I know England is completely chaotic. So much violence, drugs, alcohol. So they were like us at one time. They did all these developments, and today they have ruined their country. Germany is in trouble. Sweden, France, all of them are in trouble because too much development and money. Basically, they are all chasing money. So I've just come back from Nairobi in Kenya. My God, Nairobi has been destroyed by something called development. They have this in Kerala. You've got smart city project. Anything has arrived. Oh my God! So that has happened in Nairobi. They have destroyed Nairobi. And Panjim, our capital.
If they are making smart city projects, it will be at the expense of old buildings.
Like Panjim, one of the most beautiful cities in the world at one time, has completely been destroyed. All the drainage systems have been destroyed with new systems. Casinos have been put where you're on the road, you cannot see the other side of Panjim now because all the casinos.
Even the Scola Medica Chirurgica.
Yes.
It was moved, right?
Yes, everything.
And present day people, they don't know what exactly it was. The Inox. People never know what it was before.
No. So that was one of the oldest hospitals as well. So people do not know, and all history is being changed. But anyway, it's not only us, it's probably happening all around the world, but because we are so small, we can see the difference here happening. So 10 years is maximum we have. I'm saying 10 years is not. Every year, from last year to this year, there's been dramatic change. And the land price, if it was 15,000 last year, it's reached 1 lakh per square meter. So no local person can afford to buy land. So the money is coming from outside. So they can come and buy you. And luckily the government of India changed the law. At one time Russians were buying all the land in Goa. Morjim and all those. But because they were buying too much land, the government changed the law. So foreigners now cannot buy land. So that is one good thing, we're lucky. But the other is now very rich people from places like Delhi and I don't know where they come from, Noida, whatever, are buying huge amounts of land. Because our prices are a fraction of what it's there. But these are the changes is coming and we have to face it. You can't do anything. Change is coming. So our job is whatever we can do is to document and keep a future.
After having a long conversation, We enjoyed a cup of tea with traditional Goan sweets like bebinka and dos de grau, and then we took a stroll through the museum and spent some time with all the traditional art and instruments which are conserved through the festivals Mr. Marius curated.
In England, there's a club called Leicester City Football Club, Leicester. So that is me and my son Ashley. When he was 70 minutes old, I made him member of Leicester City Football Club. So he holds the world record as the youngest member of any club. And in England, they put in the newspaper, he's the youngest. Now, who's the oldest? They found somebody who's 94 years old. Okay. Then I formed the India Football this association in England. We brought Leicester City to Goa football team. And then here only a fraction of the story. So I told you that Ghumot festival I done. Yeah. Then this is Flag Festival Bandera you said last year. Yeah. This is about the Gumot we released. Anyway, so many stories here. People have written. I did a festival in England recently called Goa, Daman and Diu. Yeah. So there are 3 Portuguese territories. Then, this is the Lusitania. If you go on Google, check Lusitania. This ship was sunk in Germany Island in 1918 or sometime there. You heard the sinking of the Titanic? That became famous because rich people were involved. This is working people. So this ship sank and 1,000 people died, more than that. But my mom, who's alive, 93, her father was on this ship. And he survived. Yeah. So this book is written about him being survived. And because of he survived, we are here today. Because if we had died then, this story is not there. Yeah. So anyway, these are some of the stories. This is about Africa. Okay, so one girl came to our festival saying, I can do some work. I said, what work? So she's a carpenter, she did this. So you open this here like this. This is shells. Yeah, you know what type of shells? What shells? Oyster shell. It's banned now, you cannot harvest this shell. So all our Goan houses, can you see? They have oyster shells. So she came and then she did this, but they get 3 hours to do this type of ideas. Once they do, then people want to buy it. You know, they say, amazing, make one for me. And that's how they get employed. So you can come here quickly, I'll show you this. So this is a bit of history of my grandfather. So this is my mom, and this is where about 100 years ago, my great-grandparents. This is my mom, my father, me in Africa. So there are some cartoonists who draws about our festivals. And these are, look, articles that have come in the Goan paper, in the Times about me, and then there are some posters of our festivals. Yeah, lots of them. But this is only a fraction. And then it tells you here. So basically, as I say, I put a big board at the festival, very big board. And the board says no chief guests, no alcohol, no sponsors, no competition, no prizes, and no entrance fee. But in return, it has to be zero waste, inclusive, women empowerment, cross-community, crowd-funded, and ethnic. So when people come, they know the rules. Yeah, don't come and ask anything. Everything's on the board. If you don't like the fest, you can go home. You know, we don't force anybody to do anything. So when people come here, so look at this. So people in Goa said, now that you're leaving, what's going to happen? People will never know you existed. Because I'm not a painter. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. So I don't do actually anything. Everything's in my head. So 25 people got together and they wrote a book. Yeah. And how they wrote a book, but these people are random people from around the world who have been coming and going, like you, came and went. And on Hotmail, they got together, sent the photographs, and wrote this book. So it's a book written by the people. And in here, I don't usually like all this, but I agreed on the condition I gave away the secret of how to do festivals with no money. Yeah, so we start, and we've got all these pages of how to create a festival with no money. You don't need money. till you collect your garbage.
Okay.
You begin your festival and make sure
nobody usually pays importance to that part.
Yeah. If you do not collect your garbage, your festival is a failure.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then there's a bit of stories of our Africa heritage when we were in Africa at the beginning. Here, this is all about Kenya. We were born. So they found a photo of 1935 of my grandparents in Kenya.
Okay.
And how he went to Africa in a dhow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then these are stories. So this book is for you all. You all can take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If ever someone gives me a book on them or a book they authored, I have this habit of getting it autographed by them. Like always, I requested Mr. Marius for the same, and I had this book too autographed by Mr. Marius. I'll keep this book as a souvenir of my visit to the small but elegant Gumot Museum. As he mentioned in the video, he has spent over 25 years traveling the length and breadth of Goa, conducting cultural fairs that promote the Goan way of life. He has curated events even outside the country, in Kenya and in the UK. Over the years, a big number of people have been benefited by these festivals. Artists get hired for assignments within Goa or abroad. School children and the youth who are trained in football have won plenty of competitions for the state as well as the nation. All these efforts were made with zero investment and no profit. And now, with lot of pain, he has come to a decision to conclude all the festivities by 25th May 2025. He has plans to establish a festival ashram in the heart of Goa where artists can gather and festivals are conducted every day with sole intention of promoting and showcasing Goa and its rich ethnographic heritage to the world. If anyone seeing this video can help him establish his dream project by getting him a permanent space for conducting festivals, it would be a boost for everyone associated in this drive to conserve the Goan culture. If you are looking forward to visit the Gumot Museum, take the ferry to Divar Island and head to Saumatia Sports Club. The museum is right behind the sports club. There's no entry fee, but it's always better to contact Mr. Marius before you visit. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, subscribe, share and comment your suggestions. In the next video, I'll be taking you to a hidden beach in Goa, so stay tuned. Bye bye.